Okay, the first thing I'm getting is I'm supposed to remind all of you that you're not here by accident. Um, your soul actually chose to be here at this time on this path with these gifts, and that you're not unprepared for this. In this lifetime, and in many other lifetimes, you have been through crisis and chaos and suffering, and it wasn't by accident. And you weren't failing. You were developing the capacity to hold crisis and chaos and not be ripped apart by it. You were developing the capacity to be present and be whole and hold the light even through chaos, even through trauma and fear, despair. Like, you're here for this purpose and you're going to make it. And I don't know how scary it's going to get. I don't know how bad it will be, but I do know that you have been prepared for this. And you're being called to duty. And even if you hear all the things going on and what your role is, and you start thinking, like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's not possible that this is my path. Energetically, it's moving through you. It's already happening. You're already doing it. Oh, gosh. Clearly the same people watch this over and over, because I always seem to be on the same story. We're back in this, the connections that have been in separation. I'm going to try to get something new today, but but this is where we are. So, so you were in a connection, you've been in separation for the last year, or maybe just a couple months. No, this has been a while. You've been in separation for a while, but like, you acknowledge that this past connection was most likely like a soulmate connection, but you're kind of in this energy where you're choosing to walk away from it because you felt, I don't know, unsupported, unseen, uncared for, and you believe that this person was kind of unclear about their intentions with you, and they kind of focused on other life dramas. And it's not that you don't care, you're just not actively trying to make the connection come back around. There's also an element of like, I'm not even going to try unless this person makes a dramatic change. And they're going to make a really kind of over-the-top move to connect with you, to reach out to you. I feel like they might kind of blurt out their feelings. Because if there's this feeling of like, I'm planning it, I'm planning what I want to do, what I want to say, and then it doesn't even go that way because I just kind of spill it out. Something about like I spill it out and there's no real context to it. Again, I'm making the plans. This is when I should say it. This is how I should say it. This is where I should say it. But then something just sparks me and I just like blurt everything out, and it's not even like, doesn't even seem to be appropriate. I run into you at, the grocery store. Like, do you know what I mean? And I can't hold back and I just spill it all out. It's like, I've spent all this time making these plans and then I just blurt it out at the wrong time, or something like that. I think this kind of is what came through last week, where I kept seeing this person like pacing and wringing their fingers and like anxious and stressed about how I'm going to do this. And I'm planning to apologize. I want to say I'm getting heavy Virgo. I'm planning to apologize. But again, now it comes through as for all my planning, I just sort of blurted out unexpectedly. Like, I keep getting that, like, there's no context to it. We're not having a conversation about our relationship or how I feel, but I just, I happen to run into you and you're, hey, how are you? And I'm there, you know what I mean? They keep stressing there's like no context to how I spill this out. And they're going to admit that they were not capable at that time of fully committing, not in a way of like I'm not committed and I'm cheating, but like my mind was in all these other places. But like you were always the one you were always my safe zone and like the person I wanted to build a life with. But I don't know, it was complicated. They just keep showing me all these other areas that have my attention, that draw my attention, that drain my energy. And yeah, this has to be for the same. And it's always like I kind of pushed you away to keep you separate from all this chaos behind me, beside me, in all the other areas. But this person acknowledges that their actions were unfair and immature. And I'm waking up to the fact that this is different. Like, even though I physically was not around you, I still felt more connected to you energetically, and that's never happened before. There's something about like each of you being able to feel the presence of the other. And I keep getting that they're like kind of freaking out, trying to figure out how to say, what to say. But again, through all my planning, I end up just blurting it out anyway. But I'm overwhelmed with like, I have to get this off my chest. I have to unburden myself. Even if it means, you reject me. And they're scared that you're with someone else. But they're kind of thinking that even if you're with somebody else, once I confess all this to you, it'll make you reconsider this potential new person. It's almost like, I think you're with someone else, but once I come clean, you're going to rethink that and you're going to want to come back to me. They're kind of like, you might reject me, or it may make you like leave this other person. And I don't know if you're with somebody else, but they think you are. This person kind of thinks they're it. Like you wouldn't even go on to somebody else if you knew how I really felt. Because they're so convinced you're the one that they're convinced they're the one. Do you know what I mean? And they may not be wrong, but they've got this idea that like you've moved on, but if I told you how I felt, you'd not be with that person, you'd come back to me. And they just show you kind of really maintaining your composure. Like it'll be emotional, like you'll finally get to hear the things you've needed to hear, but you're going to maintain your composure. Like, why did you do that to me, and maybe even feel like you need to kind of protect yourself. And they're going to admit that they were embarrassed to tell the truth. They were embarrassed by their feelings and by what they had going on in their life that was occupying their mind. I think they finally understand. This is a recurring theme. They finally understand that while they didn't think they did anything directly to you, they now understand that it affected you. It like hurt you, and they're starting to understand how you must have felt. very calm and composed. But I think this has been going on a really long time, intentionally, as always, because you had to go over here and do your stuff, and they had to go do theirs. It feels like it's been a really long time, and you've had a lot of growth, and you just got really, I don't know, bored of this whole thing. That's really what I see, is like this happens when you're in an energy of just like, okay, this is going on, whatever. Remember last week I kept saying, like, I don't even care. You get into that energy is when this happens. It's strange because this person has this idea, again, they realize you're it for them, so they also think you feel the same way. So they have this idea that, like, you wouldn't even move on if I just tell you how I feel. But they're also terrified of rejection because it took them so long. Because I've had to explain this several times to people, but when we're holding space for someone, whether they recognize it or not, they energetically feel that, right? When we get into the energy, like, I don't even care if this is taking too long, they feel that. They feel your energy being pulled back, and that's what this person feels. And for a lot of you, this has been the story since the separation happened. Your guides have said, like, it's when you pull back, and you're there. So if this is for you, you're already starting to feel this. Like I said last week, you're already starting to feel like, you know what, this is taking too long, I'm done. That's the energy they've always said is when this will happen. But again, they energetically feel that, so they're kind of worried they're going to be rejected. I keep, like, I'm pacing and I'm planning, and I think I've got this all planned out, and then for some reason I just blurt it out, like, when I don't expect to. And they're saying this has to happen. Your guides are saying this has to happen. This isn't a will it or won't it. This is part of their path. It's part of your path. It's part of your path of getting the answers you need, and it's part of their path of being accountable. But they're super stressed out. Like, I have to come clean. Even though, what I have to say is maybe not even going to be great to hear, even though I think maybe it'll make you even more mad at me, but I have to get it off my chest, and that is divine intervention. They literally have to. It's part of their path to take accountability, to admit what they've done. And they're kind of like, if I can't have you thinking I didn't love you. I have to tell you, it's this overwhelming feeling like I'm going to burst, and I think they actually do, because again, it's like even though I planned out what to say, I just blurted out. It's not the way I plan. This situation has made them realize they have unhealed trauma. And this is the first step in them setting things right. So I think there's other connections, not just romantic, where they have to start setting things right. And this is like part of the 12-step program, so to speak. They're showing they're stuck somewhere between their old life and their new life. And this, talking to you, is part of moving forward into the new life. Like, it's a step that can't be missed. They're trying to, like, course correct. They're recognizing their behaviors, but also recognizing where those behaviors come from, and knowing that the only way to fix this is to actually fix it. Come to you, go to, I don't know, a friend I had a problem with, or a relative, or like, there's all these steps they have to take